Welcome, family, to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbee. Thank you for tuning in to our global network. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please share this video podcast with your friends. We ask that you do this because we want others to know we're here. This video podcast is available in 3 forms: audio, video, and as a written text in order for us to reach our audience. I cite all of my sources on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. I encourage my listeners to click on the link to my current Medium transcript so that you can read my sources in real time and respond when we open up the discussion for Q&A. We're dedicated to discussing controversial issues such as the genocide which is taking place among our youth in our inner cities across the United States. We can't sugarcoat genocide. Although I have little to no support from people in my city in Chicago, I refuse to be ignored. Purpose: to educate people, Black people, African people, and others who are serious about solving Black issues in America, solving African issues on the continent and throughout the diaspora, as well as to raise funds for our film project, Hood Liberator Made in Chicago, The War Against Willie Lynch Begins. I use this platform to interact with everyone on my friends list and everyone in my social groups by giving Black business owners free airtime to promote their products and services. I give people in the faith community an opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, and ordinary law-abiding citizens an opportunity to share their special talents and skills to my listeners from around the globe. After the show, I offer my guest speakers an incentive by teaching them how to create their own podcasts and YouTube channel to help them earn extra revenue during COVID-19. I also assist people on my friends list with creating basic websites, finding college scholarships, grants, housing, and legal services, all for free. Our goal is to raise $500,000 so that I can be in a better position financially to hire a professional Black production company or an African production company with quality actors. Without support from the Black grassroots and the global African family, I am unable to do my job. Non-Black sympathizers are welcome to join us and to patronize us, but it's Black people's responsibility to build it and to own it. And that's what makes this organization different from other Black organizations. I'm calling on all of my Christian group members in Light of the World Inspirational Group and Christian Spoken Word Network to pray that God would connect me with people who have the means to support our film project. Pray that my revised book will get on the bestsellers list. Pray that the Spirit of God will allow our film project to get fully funded and made in Jesus Yahshua's name. I am encouraging all of my group members to do what you can to help us reach our goals so that we can move from behind the computer, starting with getting our story on the big screen and getting our Christian business up and running in Chicago. Please notice on our GoFundMe page, only 2 people has donated to our film project out of 1,489 people on my Facebook page. We raised $1,000 last year on our virtual store called Gracam Online, but this is why it's taking me so long, because our people talk a good game, but when it's time to practice group economics, they become ghosts. This is why I am going public with my story and using my online talk show for crowdfunding through social media as a way to reach others like-minded brothers and sisters throughout the United States and around the globe. It's my hope that the Lord would connect me with people who have the means to support our film project. I'm doing all I can on my part to get our urban Christian film fully funded and made. Please continue to pray over my film project that the Lord would bless me to get this film fully funded and made so that we can move to the next level. That is, to get the film in production and fully made. This will help. The proceeds generated from the film will put me in a better position financially so that I can hire a black middle class professional, buy office equipment, and purchase property in Chicago. It's my hope that Ghettos of Chicago will become a franchise just like McDonald's and spread to other cities within the United States. Through the Christian business, we will launch African and Caribbean tours to 10 African nations in order to form an alliance with our brothers and sisters on the continent so that we can do international trade among our people. We will also set up the business in South Africa. Please share our GoFundMe page with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Please consider supporting our film project in 4 ways. They are as follows. 1, through our GoFundMe page. 2, you can also support our film project by purchasing my revised book, quote, The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, 2nd edition, which is available on my Amazon author page. I provide each website on my menu transcript under Show and Prove. You can also find each website on my YouTube channel under About. 3, through our virtual store, the Cam Online. We provide merchandise such as COVID masks, coffee mugs, posters, handbags, and t-shirts. All proceeds will go towards our film project. 4, through our PayPal page, the Ghettos of Chicago. The Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago is a faith-based community advocacy organization. Our mission is to eradicate urban violence in Chicago through arts, culture, commerce, and spiritual development. Donations can be used as a tax write-off for U.S. citizens because this is a legitimate 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you are unable to participate on the show, no worries. When you have a moment, please watch our latest video podcast or listen to our audio podcast and leave a public comment in the comment section on my YouTube page and on my Facebook page about the topic. Most of all, please share my information with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Instructions on how to participate on the show. First, watch my video podcast. This is called Side A. After I finish my presentation, then I will open up the phone lines through Facebook Messenger. This is called Side B. You can interact with me in real time either by voice call by clicking on the phone icon or by video call by clicking on the camera icon. Today's topic of discussion is as follows. The New York City subway shooting and the 4 major shootings in the U.S. over Easter weekend. Black Democratic Shills exposed and the LGBT indoctrination of our children in public schools. Our first topic, the NYC subway shooting suspect Frank James and the 4 major shootings in the U.S. over Easter weekend. As I have stated time and time again, America is becoming more violent due to the easy access of guns. On Tuesday, April 12th, there was a mass subway shooting in Brooklyn, New York. 10 people were shot, 13 others were injured. He made YouTube videos threatening to harm people, the shooter. In New York and across the United States of America, the financial elites are placing Negro puppets in certain positions in order to justify the oncoming anti-black targeting of black people. They are trying to bring back stop and frisk, and black criminals are making it easy for them to do this. These incidents come on the heels of a mass shooting in New York a week prior to the shooting on April 3rd. Shots rang out in the streets of Sacramento, California, leaving 12 dead and 6 injured. In the wake of worsening gun violence, President Joe Biden announced tighter restrictions on ghost guns, mandating that gun kits include serial numbers, that sellers of the kit follow the same background checks produced for buyers that normal guns are subject to. Pittsburgh party erupts in violence. 2 minors have died and 8 others were injured after a shooting at an Airbnb rental property in Pittsburgh that was being used for a massive party. According to press release, when Pittsburgh police responded to the call, they witnessed a chaotic scene of shots still being fired and young people fleeing the area on foot and trying to escape into cars. The investigation revealed that as many as 200 people were in attendance, many of them underage. During a Sunday news conference, Pittsburgh Police Chief Scott Sherbert told reporters that more than 90 rounds of ammunition were fired as gunfire was exchanged both inside and outside the Airbnb. Some partygoers jumped through windows to escape the shootout, leading to reports of broken bones and lacerations. Casting found at the Airbnb indicated that there were multiple shooters using handguns and 1 rifle. For more details, just go to my Medium transcript and scroll down to show and prove. In contrast, law enforcement is letting white criminals off the hook for their criminal behavior. For example, the mega crowd who trashed the state capitol building, many of them aren't getting cited anymore. This is a clear case of white supremacy, immunity from the law. There is a video that was released of an African immigrant by the name of Patrick Loyola from the Congo, who was shot and killed. A police pulled Patrick Loyola over for a minor traffic stop. Patrick Loyola was seen on video getting out of his vehicle and trying to run. The police jumped on his back and shot him in the back of the head. My message to our young black brothers and young black sisters: just do what the police tell you. It is imperative that black immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean befriend black Americans when you arrive in the United States. We have the knowledge about this bias system that you're stepping into. Separating ourselves into enclaves won't protect you from white supremacy. The Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago will reach out to black immigrants from Africa and the Caribbean and Brazil in order to form a global alliance with black Americans. I believe if we unify and work together, then we can begin solving our problems. The first thing we have to do as a group is heal collectively. Those of us in the diaspora must heal from this Willie Lynch mentality within black society. And our brothers and sisters on the continent must heal from the colonized mindset. Then we can move forward as a group in solving our domestic issues and our global issues. Rekai of Chicago will take the lead in creating a code of conduct for our members. Those who are not part of us, we will pray for them and show them tough love. Black Americans think they will force the system to respect and accept our humanity. It's been 400 years and they haven't respected it yet. We have to follow the rules of engagement. It's better to take the ticket or be arrested than to end up losing your life over nothing. Policing is all about immediate compliance. If you don't comply, then chances are they will kill you if you're black because of qualified immunity. I don't do these shows to hear myself talk. This is to help save black people's lives. As long as we remain living in America, we will be treated as third and fourth class citizens. It's not right, but until we learn how to work together and separate ourselves from off-code Negroes, then we will continue to be in this mess. Through Rekai of Chicago, we will teach our members how to get the politics in order and have our lobbyists in place. Then we can put pressure on our state legislators to have road cops removed off the police force. Rekai of Chicago will encourage our members to practice group economics. Our only option for survival is for us to apply for dual citizenship in an African nation. This is why we want to launch our African tours and Caribbean tours, not just hide behind a computer and talk about the problems. As I told you all before, I am here to recruit and promote my ideas to like-minded black people, African people, Caribbean people, and people in Brazil. I offer something that no black leader has in America, and that's a solution to solve all of our problems in America. And I can prove it if given a chance. I said that 30 years ago, and today ain't nothing changed. I don't have another 30 years to waste. I am reaching out to our global African family to work with me in getting our film project fully funded and made so that I can do all of the things which I've written and what I've been talking about for the past 30 years. Before I cut and run to Africa, I want black America to know I was here. We will get this organization up and running in Chicago as written in the book. And again, this is my calling. Then I will lead by example by applying for dual citizenship. I want to make sure that I am able to sustain myself and be in a position financially to set up our Christian business in South Africa. Please leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page. Most of all, please share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Our second topic, Black Democratic Shills exposed. Black people pay close attention to what these Democrats are doing. They need our vote, but they are going to turn against us in order to continue to stay in power. When you go to the polls in November during midterm election, think about how the Democrats treated us and how they treat everyone else. We need to show them that there are political consequences for not doing right for black people. They gave resources to every other group except our group. The best way to deal with them at this point is by doing either a protest vote, meaning voting for the opposition, which is the Republicans, or sit it out. I believe black people need to be proficient in law, education, and in economics in order to help advance our group in America. For 2 years, the Democrats had a chance to do right for black people like they did for all other groups. They gave us all they gave us was symbolism, but everyone else received resources for their group. For example, Afghans are not even citizens. The moment they arrived in the United States, they received $500 million for relocation. Yet you have American citizens who are homeless, sleeping under bridges. Democrats sent $13 billion to Ukraine. The Democrats gave Asian Americans federal protection over us who have been here for 400 years. We only get things like Hip Hop Month, Juneteenth, and Katanja Brown Jackson. A bunch of symbolism with no substance. The Democrats have not done anything for black people. Why should we vote for them? Tell the Democrats to ask all those other groups that receive something to vote for them. Our first black Democratic shield, Keisha Lace Bottoms, tell black voters to stop playing because this election isn't a joke. To read her tweets, just go on my menu transcript and scroll down to show and prove and click on her Twitter page, then scroll down to April 9th. Her symbolism politics isn't going to work on us any longer because the new Black Voices of Media is on the scene. This election is a joke because we don't have a stake in the game. Many of these Democratic shields don't understand the issues nor what these candidates have done for black people. Barack Obama opened our eyes about the political game. He messed up his own legacy with black people. He had an opportunity to do right for black people. Instead, he decided to please the financial elites, which put him on the wrong side of history. Another black Democratic shield, Stacey Abrams. She is not B1 or Black First. She is D1, Democratic First. If the Democrats want our vote, then they need to give us tangibles. We need specific policies for black people. We need reparations in the form of cash payments. Black faces in high places does not fly with black people anymore. These black faces are only used to pacify black voters. When Democrats talk with other groups, they put tangibles and policies on the table. Black Americans are watching all of these things that the Democrats are doing for other groups. The Biden administration welcomed Ukrainians over here, but not Haitians. And that alone is racist. But no one from the Congressional Black Caucus is saying a word. Afghan refugees, illegal immigrants, and Ukrainians are going to take more resources away from black people. Over here, the new Black Voices of Media is going to stay on top of the Democratic Party because they cannot win an election without black people. We're going to continue to remind black people why we're in the position we're in as a group and why we're taking the position that we will not vote for Democrats until they provide us with resources specifically for our group. I found an article on CNN entitled, "We Hear You." House Democrats campaign arm trouts early investment in black voters outreach. To read the entire article, just go to my Medium page and click on Show and Prove. When you hear these career politicians say, "We hear you," that's coded word meaning we ain't going to do anything for you or your group. Democrats plan on spending $30 million in advertisement to get black voters to the polls. All these Democratic shills will get a check like people like Roland Martin and Joy Reid. This article suggests that the Democrats were the only party attuned to the stresses faced by African Americans during the global pandemic. Not adding black people to the Asian hate crime bill when in fact black people suffer more hate crimes than Asians. That don't seem like that they're being attentive. The American Rescue Plan was for everybody, so not just for black people. The child tax credit was for everybody, not for just black people. When black people get something, then these other groups also try to piggyback off our struggle, like the civil rights legislations. These other groups were not enslaved, and they don't share their resources with us. Infrastructure package, that was the government supposed to do that for the country. So in that article, they was talking about black people benefited from the infrastructure package, but again, everyone benefited. When the Democrats came into power in 2021, they had both the House and the Senate. They gave federal protection to Asian Americans and $50 million. The New York governor gave them an extra $10 million. The Democrats would have been better off using that $30 million on helping their black constituents instead of spending it on political ads. Please leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page. Most of all, please share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Our third topic, LGBT indoctrination of our children in public schools. Maybe some of you have not heard about the Florida bill called, quote, Parental Rights in Education, unquote. If you would like to read the bill, I have the PDR on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. This bill has nothing to do with, quotes, don't say gay bill, unquote. The mainstream media lied. It didn't even say nothing about no, quote, don't say gay bill. Over here in the New Black Voices of Media, we're giving you the truth. We will take our time to walk you through state bills. We talk about the hidden agendas against our community and our people. We've been hearing about what's going on with Disney. Disney said they are going to introduce up to 50 new characters that will be LGBT for children. I don't have any children of my own, but for those of you who do, then you need to pay very close attention to this topic. It appears that the LGBT agenda is to target our children at an early age. I've taught my group members and my listeners for 30 years that white supremacy is about targeting our youth. They are doing everything they can to indoctrinate them starting in kindergarten, elementary school, and high school. I am very sympathetic to those of you who are raising children in America. You send your children to these public schools thinking that your children are going to learn how to become productive citizens in the society. You have no idea of what's being taught in those classrooms. I found an article by CNN entitled, quote, Gay substitute teacher says he was fired after handing out pride bracelets to students, unquote. Let's be clear, he's not there to pass out gay bracelets to minors. This teacher was there to recruit students and then groom them. He is only one of many. Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and R. Kelly, just to name a few. They have infiltrated everything from media, government, and academia. I ran across another article from Daily Signal entitled, quote, Leaked videos expose Disney's not at all secret gay agenda, unquote. Latoya, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I'll spell it out. Raveneau. Job title is Disney Television Animation Executive Producer. In other words, children programming. They are not in the business of making money anymore. They're in the business of indoctrinating your children. She's not promoting a black agenda. Instead, they got her promoting a black woman promoting a gay agenda. Vivian Ware is the diversity and inclusion manager. Notice, whenever there's a diversity and inclusion, there's no black people in charge, only white people. Mega corporations have more influence than governments. Corporations set the trends on a society. It's these private industries and silent partners that also push hidden agendas on a society. For example, Sigma Pi is known as the Black Boule. It's the oldest Greek fraternity for African Americans, founded in 1904. They are also the ones who co-opt governments and then get them to co-sign their agenda. Proposition 8 in California proves that the LGBT agenda is a lie. People are not on board with pushing such a radical agenda. We don't have to show teaching the greatest of black people, but there is no shortage of films promoting the gay agenda. The DMS changed homosexuality from a disorder to an orientation. The gay movement tried to launch their struggle with the civil rights movement. 5 decades of sexual revolution in America, all you really got was a bunch of people having kids. On the one hand, you had men who were not interested in leaving a legacy, and on the other hand, you had women who were not interested in being a mother. The government intervened, and this is what destroyed the black family as we know it. This is cultural warfare, meaning you have to rid the household from the father. Then you are left with a bunch of single mothers and children. The real agenda is to depopulate the black race. Obama administration helped advance the gay agenda through marriage. Obama tried to impose gay rights in Africa when he visited Kenya. But, they wasn't having that, and I'm glad that they stood up. President Joe Biden had threatened to withhold foreign aid to Nigeria if they don't accept gay rights. That's Western nations once again trying to impose their will on African people. We African nations need to do is reject foreign aid and demand reparations from Europe. We did not invite Europeans to come to Africa and colonize our continent and enslave our people for their enrichment. Africa is in the state that it is. Currently it is today because of the damage Europeans has done. Only in South Africa Only in South Africa is where the gay rights exist. I provide a video clip about Obama's trip in Kenya. Also, President Joe Biden's threatening Nigeria over gay rights on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. I am just one person with one microphone. Hopefully these topics would motivate black people on my friends list and black people in my social groups to take my online talk show serious. Not on here playing games. And I'm only doing these shows because this is my way of, just trying to get my ideas out there. I'm not going to just be sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I wrote the vision and made it plain in my revised book, but unfortunately, my book is not on the bestsellers list, and it's still, it's not selling like it's supposed to. But, I'm not going to let that faze me. This is why I'm trying to turn my book into a film. This is why we're doing this film project. I need all hands on board. Everyone that's in my social groups, I need y'all to stand up. Participate in my upcoming international virtual conference. I'm calling on everyone that's on my friends list to, make that happen. And if y'all know how to, interact with me in real time on Facebook Live, then this is your best. Just send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I'll explain it to you. Because right now, this is the best that I can do. I'm on a shoestring budget. I can't be going around different cities and states like that. But I'm using the show as a way to reach people. But if you really want to meet me in person, then come to Chicago. And I'll make arrangements where you can meet me in person. And I'll speak with you face to face, and I will say everything that I'm saying on my videos. Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't no compromising on my end. We want to help end urban violence in the city of Chicago. That's our focus, and that's what we're gonna try to do. And again, I'm gonna turn this business over to other people that's gonna carry out the vision, while I take my talents and skills to the continent. But I want to make sure, like I say, that I'm able to sustain myself over there, that I'm able to bring tangibles. So I want all of my international friends, especially my African friends in my African group called Grekai of Africa. We're coming. We're coming to Africa, and I'm going to let you know when. But at this point in time, do your part, please. I need all hands on deck. That means do what you can to help get this fundraising popping. Again, I'm just one black man with a vision and a plan. It takes a team to make a dream work. This is not a game. Our people, our youth are being slaughtered left and right. But you know where society focuses on? They're focusing on what's going on over there in another country, over there in the Ukraine. Now, Ukraine got all the backing with the European, with NATO and the European Union and all those things. But it's our people that's suffering, being killed by, these urban terrorists. Sad. But like I say, I only can do so much. But again, I don't want to spend the rest of my life here in America just keep trying to reach out to people that just don't care. And I understand, once that this organization is up and running, and we start doing things, people see a physical building and all that stuff, Mark my words, everybody in Chicago is going to want to be a part of this organization. But since Black America has rejected my vision and plan for the past 30 years, this organization will be membership based. And that's all I can say on that. So I really thank God again for this opportunity that I didn't allow the enemy to just let me fold under pressure, because that's not the type of guy I am. I want our youth to know about my story so that they'll know how to do things the right way rather than trying to make that fast money. Yeah, technically, to be honest with you, it shouldn't take nobody no 30 years to start a business. But this is more than a business. This is actually, this is going to be something that's going to change black society as we know it. But it's up to you, the black grassroots and the global African family, to make this stuff happen. The ball falls in your court, because I can't do everything, and I'm not going to do everything. My film project is my last attempt to try to do something positive for my racial group here in America. So, with that being said, the phone lines will be open. I'll wait around for about 15 minutes. If I don't get any calls, then, we'll call it a day. But again, please mark your calendars for Saturday, April 30th at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time. That's when I'm going to host my international virtual conference. And I would like for a lot of my African friends that's in my African group to be on the panel. But if not, I just go ahead and just hold it down myself and do what I need to do. But I do want everyone to watch the video and then call in and comment, and, we'll take it from there. All right? Peace and blessings. People that's in my groups,